Hi everybody, my name is Tori, and for those of you who don't know me, this is my Wizard of Oz collection vlog. I'm a Wizard of Oz collector and I've been sharing my different and favorite pieces with you guys. And so today what I'm going to share with you is a little something about my favorite comic books. I love collecting Wizard of Oz comic books. It's one of the favorite, genres of collectible pieces that I've had. I have all the dolls, the ornaments. I'm gonna do an episode about box sets coming up, but what I really want to share with you guys today is my comic books. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about today, oh hey Johnny Depp, is my Adventures in Oz series, which Eric Schanauer did, I believe in the late 80s. And I have them individually, a couple of them. They're harder to come by individually. This book is all of them. He wrote, I believe there's 5 in here. Yes, there are. There are 5, and they're all included in this collection. What I love about this series is how true he was to the designs of the characters in book universe, as you can see. For those of you who don't know, the classic 2-braid, Judy Garland look came from W.W. Denslow's illustrations, but he only illustrated the first book. The subsequent 13 books and the short stories were illustrated by John R. Neal, and his designs were very different. Dorothy had short blonde hair. The characters look exactly like this. This is what Princess Ozma looked like. He was the only person to illustrate Princess Ozma from the original series. We got the Sawhorse here. So a lot of the characters that you didn't see in the film, and a lot of characters that he has created. So I really love this, and I highly recommend it, especially because it carries the wit and wisdom from the original series, but it also takes it to a more adult level in terms of storyline and plot, and makes it, for an older audience, a little more enjoyable. Even though I think that kids will enjoy it too, there are some scenes that are actually quite frightening and adult. For example, in my favorite story, because these are like episodic things put into one collection, The Ice King of Oz is easily my favorite, because it's kind of Dorothy's coming-of-age story. As you know, for those of you who are into the books, you can choose not to age when you're in the Land of Oz. But Dorothy is kind of in pre-adolescence here. She's good friends with Princess Ozma. She has all these people around her she loves. And in this particular comic, the court of Oz are approached by the ice people who live nearby, and they decide to try and make a healthy alliance with the Land of Oz. And to seal that alliance, the king of the ice people proposes to Dorothy as like a diplomatic measure. And of course Dorothy is shocked and appalled and refuses, and he is so angry he kidnaps the Princess Ozma, and they have to go and rescue her. In the meantime, another man approaches Dorothy, kind of has a crush on her, pays attention to her, and that's really the first time you see that from this character, which I thought was really interesting. So I really do highly recommend this. The artwork is absolutely stunning and completely consistent throughout the whole series. There was not a panel here that was poorly done. On top of the fact that it's really easy to read, very clear, the story is not jumbled, which sometimes can happen in comic books like this when you have so much dialogue. So I was really impressed by this, and I highly recommend it. And Eric Schanauer is also involved in the current Marvel series that's being made. He's not doing the artwork for this, I don't believe. Hold on. Yeah, he wrote this, and Scotty Young did the art. And this I've already sung the praises of. And this is this was done in 8 individual parts like this. See, this is one of 8, these little comics. And then these standard comic books. And then they're being translated into hardcovers, which are a little more accessible because you don't have to go to comic book shops to get it. You can go to Borders or Barnes & Noble. It is expensive. They're like $30 each. But this has all 8 parts. So you can just sit there and read through the whole thing, the whole story, without having to wait for the next comic book if you want to just wait till the hardcovers come out. I believe, by the way, the hardcover of Ozma of Oz will be out in September. And then at the end, they have these like special extras where you can see the development of the characters and the designs and the covers and all that jazz. So I really enjoy these. And I love that they've already done The Marvelous Land of Oz, and they're also doing Ozma of Oz right now. The individual comics are out right now. I believe they're up to number 6 or 7 at this point. Oh, there's the Wugglebug. Ooh, so cute. But they're going to be releasing the hardcover of Ozma of Oz in September of this year, 2011. So I can't wait for that. I will be in line to get it. If there's going to be a line, I don't know. Talking about comic books that I'm kind of not so thrilled with, I would like to introduce to you, for those who don't know, to Dorothy, the Gothic Subculture version of The Wizard of Oz. And this first volume, which includes individual comics numbers 1 through 4, I really enjoyed. When I first saw this, it's done, instead of with drawings, with photo manipulation, which I thought was really, really interesting. There's our Dorothy. Pierced and hair dyed and awesome. And she's this, like, troubled teen, parents die, living with her aunt and uncle, completely miserable person who ends up having to find the strength within herself to get through this very strange and amazing adventure. Here she's fighting a flying monkey. So this, like I said, this first volume was really interesting to me, and I enjoyed it very much. There's the Scarecrow. Really interesting character designs and whatnot. Subsequently, however, this is the last one that they made, which they made a long time ago, and they haven't come up with more. This is number 6, or 7 rather, excuse me. And this, the production value, as the series went on, just consistently got worse. And it looks, by number 7, like they went into someone's basement and took some pictures and used Photoshop. Poorly used Photoshop. And the story was very unclear and hard to understand, and it got worse with time. The actress who models for Dorothy, though, really, really beautiful, and she's very compelling in her look, and but pretty much everybody else, sorry, there's glare there, it just doesn't work for me. Like I said, it's like the poor man's still version of Tin Man. Yeah, can you see that? That's really cheesy. So I was less happy with this as the series went on, and they stopped making them, and I have suspicions that it's because they ran out of funding. But something really special I want to share with you guys that I got today. It came in the mail today. I ordered it off of eBay, which is this. This is the Wizard of Oz comic book by Marvel in 1975, circa 1975 collector's edition. And what's wonderful about this is it's first of all dedicated to Judy Garland, if you can read that. It's got the movie posters, and the artwork is absolutely stunning, and they did such a great job translating the book, or the film rather, to this book, and I was so impressed with it. It's in really good condition, and they did such a great job. Now, when this was made in 1975, Judy Garland had just passed away, and so had Burt Lahr. So I think that their families, if I were their families, would have been really interested in getting their hands on this. It even goes from sepia tone to color like the film does in these panels here. See that? So I really enjoyed reading this, and I highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it. It was $1.50 in 1975. It was significantly more than that when I bought it. But I also know that this is produced by Stan Lee, and they also did The Marvelous Land of Oz, so I'm hoping to get my hands on that as well. So that has been my comic book edition, and if you guys, can anybody please come up with a name for this vlog, because I cannot think of one. I've just been calling it my Wizard of Oz collection vlog. I don't know what else to call it. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a great week, and I will be making another one soon, box set edition, on box sets of the film, okay? So I'll see you guys soon. Bye!